whatever you want. You're so very special. I wish I was special, but I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong. Cause I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing? I don't belong. I'm a I'm gonna fight 'em all. A 7-nation army couldn't hold me back. They're gonna rip it off, taking their time right behind my back. And I'm talking to myself at night because I can't forget. Back and forth through my mind behind a cigarette. And the message coming from my eyes.
Okay. I thought my camera wasn't working for a second. I was gonna get pissed. Okay, I'm here. I was posting stuff places. So this is different. It's so different when you go live. The buttons are different. So like I had to hit start streaming, and then I had to pick a broadcast. So it's a good thing I scheduled it ahead of time. And then it took a minute for it to get like the information from OBS on YouTube before it would let me hit go live. Also, I have the internet browser open right now. I'm gonna close it and we'll see if everything crashes, because I don't want to leave this open while I'm playing a game. No loady circle. Actually, I kind of like it open. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, it has like analytics and I want to figure out how to put those over on OBS. Because I really like the little analytics thing. That's nifty. Yeah. I don't know. Okay. I'm gonna close it, cross your fingers. Did it die? Didn't look like it died. It's still up on Purpose's computer. So I did that. Yay. I'm kind of excited about the game that I'm playing. Oh, so I was gonna play 2 games today. I was gonna play one that is a like super short. It takes like 2 minutes. It's called Mothman. But I downloaded the thing that you were supposed to download for it and I couldn't get it to work. So I'm only playing Mothman 1966 because I couldn't get the other thing to work. Where did what go? You're so full of crap. I have it up on your computer, doofus. I have it up on your computer because I knew you would try to mess with me. So I pulled it up on your computer. But like, that's the only thing you don't get on OBS that you get on web browser, is you don't get the analytics. which I mean is probably good. But I'm opening this game. Ooh, I have lights. You guys can see my shit now. I have all sorts of things back there. I don't know if you can read the Mothman believes in you sign now though. I feel like it gets washed out. It has exclusive demos. I'm gonna start a new game. Can you guys hear the sound fine? I can't hear the sound fine. Cute, it's like a Nintendo game. It's mostly holy loudness. It's mostly readable. Oh, the sign. Okay. You can read it better on YouTube than Twitch. Do I want to be Oh, I don't get to pick. 3 red, 5 black in the discard pile. Huh? The 6 card face up on the counter, 2 are red and 4 are black. So 5 red in all and 9 black. You have no more moves. So you have to bet now. What? Now it's kind of loud. Okay, I'll fix it. I'm gonna bet a black card. A large majority of the face-up cards are black. And you know that betting against a streak is usually dangerous. Demonic, hi! Even though you've already chosen, you decide to stay away from the counter? You can't bear losing again. How are you today, Demonic? I don't know what's going on in this game. Think of your grandma Elsie trying to win at solitaire. You take a deep breath and keep sweeping. Oh, that's auto playing. Okay. Play Magic the Gathering. Why? Why should I play Magic the Gathering? How delayed is it? Oh, it's pretty delayed for you guys. Anyway, Elsie's been paralyzed from the waist down since she was 21. Your mom was only 2 months old. The winter Elsie taught you to play solitaire. Your parents and sister had been dead for almost a year, and you already begun to forget their faces. It is quite delayed. Although you cook for her, do her laundry, bathe, and even dress her, it still feels like she's the one taking care of you. Yeah, I know you were commenting on me playing cards. I figured it out. You close your eyes and almost feel Elsie stroking your hair. You're 11 years old again, kneeling next to her bed, crying your heart out. This is depressing. You keep trying to open the other app to look at chat. That's great. Suddenly, the bell rings and you feel an invisible force trying to drag you into the present. Through the window. Keep your eyes closed. We're gonna look through the window. Those heckin' kids. First brat is followed by 2 more. They step on the hose and activate the bell for a second and third time. I am blocking text. I mean, I can move it. It involves moving lots of things. That first. Move that. That, and then I'll make this a little bit smaller. Okay. You don't know what comes over you, but you yell some things at them and that you're too ashamed to remember. You justify yourself thinking they might be the ones who got into your garage that night and stole some parts of the replica machine gun you're building. You won't let anyone mess with your project. What are we saying cool about the moving the camera? The Winans steam machine gun is the jewel of your collection. The kids yell at you, old freak, and laugh, sheltered by the distance. Only like once a week. I will be on YouTube once a week. Oh shit, I forgot to start the cryptid timer. Okay, cryptid timer has been started. How would they know which parts of the machine gun were worth stealing? Anyway, that guard dog's being brought over in a few days and you'll be able to stop worrying. Check the hose. You think about what someone told you at the bar about replacing the hose with a thicker one, so that it could only be activated by the weight of a car. And what happens if the kids jump with their bikes and land on top of the hose with one of the wheels, you ask? Kids are always going to find some way to bust your balls, they replied. Inside. You try to calm down. You look at the shelves and think of the solitaire your grandma taught you. Grandma always said that everyone has their place in the world and that people keep dancing around it without ever reaching it. To win this solitaire, you have to stop dancing. You know what? The chances of winning are incredibly low. Almost zero. You can bring yourself to turn over the next card and decide to start sorting the shelves instead. Doing simple jobs builds your self-confidence and provides you some illusion of control. Go middle shelf. Let's get a can. Oh no. It's like work. Look at that. I made the shelves pretty. What I do at work, I go around and I pick up all of the things people decide to put in the wrong spot and put them back where they go. You scratch your head. This time, sorting the shelves doesn't help. You feel the same urgency as before, and you can't think of anything else. Is the card going to be black? You need it to be black. Suddenly, the air seems heavy, and you find it a bit difficult to breathe. No, what are you scared of? 3 men in black are staring at you. It's the men in black. Pretty shelves are awesome when they stay pretty. When the people keep moving crap and putting it like, so there will be like a shelf of cans. Someone will take a can off the shelf, right? Decide they don't want it 2 steps later and put it in a section that it doesn't belong in. When they decided they didn't want it, they just like turned around, walked 2 steps back and put it back on the shelf they took it off of. But no, people can't do that. It drives me crazy. Through the window, you see a black Cadillac by the pump. Yes. You wish you'd ask them how they got into the station without you hearing the door open. Or how they left the car without the bell ringing. But that trembling yes was the only thing you managed to utter. The moose. The moose? What? Exactly. After a few seconds of not receiving any response, you decide to break the silence. What's up with the moose? You bought a woman a whiskey. You don't know if it's the right move, but you try to relax and be more friendly. Do you know of a more effective way to socialize? You told her the dream about your grandma. A chill runs through your body. It's been a few weeks since that night. We're gonna use the reverb with the creepy guys. And even though you had a good time with Martha and have no regrets, something about these oh, this isn't the creepy men talking. Something about the way these men in black ask the questions makes you uneasy. What do you want to know? Granny in the forest. One of the men further back lets out a cackling noise. You look at him, believing he's laughing, but the man in black's expression doesn't change. Ask them what they want to know. No one answers. It's like they're waiting for another response. My grandma has been bedridden for over 60 years, but in the dream, I saw her running through the woods. Start from the beginning. And don't omit any details. You don't know if it's the way they look at you or because of a certain authority in their voice. You didn't hear the reverb? You've got to be kidding me. It's supposed to work. Is it not working? Hold on. Let me see if it's working. It turns on. Is it not reverbing at all? I can crank it up. All right, I cranked up the reverb. Is it working now? Okay. Okay, that's fine. Go watch it. You don't know if it's the way they look at you or because of a certain authority in their voice, but you tell them everything about the dream. All right, well, I don't know then. I was sure. Now I don't know. Hold on, I'm looking at it. Is that doing it now? I don't know. I don't know. Is it doing it now? Because that's the only thing that I can figure was wrong with it. And if it's not doing it now, I'll fix it later. I'm not gonna mess with it right now. Okay, yeah, I don't know then. I don't know what the heck happened. You don't think. Okay, hold on. I'll turn it back on. I'll turn it up more. I was trying to use the reverb for the creepy guys, and Purpose says that he isn't hearing it. Which is fine. I'm not super worried about it. Okay. What? What? No. I don't know why it wouldn't be working though. Yeah, I'll figure it out later. Okay, I'll figure it out later. That's fine. It's not a big deal. What? Is it on now? Hold on. This is the reverb. I have it on. I hit the button to turn it on. Is it on? I know there's a delay. Seven minutes? God forsaken. Okay. This delay is huge. Not very strong. I didn't want it to be very strong. I just wanted it to be a little bit creepy. You ran up to her room and Elsie wasn't in bed. The window was wide open. There's reverb. Okay. You ran to it and saw someone walking through the trees. I have to monitor my mic. Okay. Oh, that is so weird. Oh, I can hear the fan. That's what it is. Okay. And now if I do this. No. Y'all can hear everything in my house. That is so weird. I don't know. I don't know how to fix it. Whatever. It is what it is. Oh, it was her, and she was holding a rifle of the kind your ancestors would have carried in the Civil War. You tried to call out to her. Your grandma started running and shot 2 or 3 times into the blackness of the forest. You were about to go down to find her when a winged figure with glowing red eyes appeared in front of the window and screamed. You stumbled backward, and after hitting your head on the bedpost, you lost consciousness. You woke up in your bed and remembered the dream almost instantly. You went up the stairs 2 at a time and opened the door to her room. Your grandmother slept peacefully. On the bedside table was a glass of milk you bring her every night and the deck of cards she used to play solitaire. Okay, purpose. During the days that followed, you tried to convince yourself that it had been a dream, even though you couldn't explain where the little stitches at the base of your skull had come from. After a few seconds, one of the men in black speaks again. The spots on her legs predated her birth. What was he talking about? Is he referring to the dozens of moles on your grandma's legs? And what did they mean by saying those spots predated her birth? All right, bye, purpose. I don't know if you'll see me say bye. I'll do this. Even that's delayed. Elsie always makes the same jokes when you sponge her calves. Thankful that you have to clean my legs and not my grandfather's. According to what she told you, her granddad had been shot dead by an experimental weapon early in the Civil War when his legs were ripped to shreds. Yikes. The Winnin's steam gun, son, a machine gun that doesn't appear in any book. You think about the replica you are putting together in the workshop and you wonder if it was the men in black who had stolen those pieces. You're not telling anyone else about this visit, Holt. You start to complain when one of the men in black picks up a card from the counter. The top card of the deck. The crunch horrifies you. What? The teeth of the man in black seem to tear more than simply paper. Desperate, you throw yourself under the counter to look for the card. Why are we so invested in this card? Your heart is pounding. You look out the window and you don't see the Cadillac. You walk to where the car was parked a few moments ago. You step on the hose and the bell rings. What the heck? Jack of diamonds. Mother hecker, it's red. You think about the edge one of the men in black tore off, and you remember the noise he made when he chewed it. Was it a threat? A warning? You wonder if you should tell your grandma everything that happened or just keep your mouth shut and keep playing solitaire with a marked card. That was weird. Oh, now we're to Lee. What's wrong? I told you it's nothing. The damn pause again. There's something she's not saying. The Mustang purrs. You shake your head, feeling sad inside. The sound of an engine hides no secrets. Lee, you're right. You bite your lip and sigh. Why is everything so damn hard? Victoria settles into her seat. Let's start over, okay? Where are we going? Answer the question. It's a surprise. Please. No, Vic, have some patience. You'll never forget this night. Victoria giggles and you think this is the best gift in the world. For a moment, you forget all the previous discussions, your obsessions. A giggle, a friendly gesture, making someone feel good ain't rocket science. You look at the clock and can't believe your eyes. You left your house on time, but you're pretty late. How could you? You step on the gas. Lee? Lee! You scratch the side of your head. Wow, you really hate being told how to drive. Lee? Why does she just tell you, or why doesn't she just tell you to slow down? Take your foot off the gas. Thanks. You're trying your best. Really think Victoria could be the one. The one. Your dad once said the perfect woman doesn't exist. Couples form when people get tired of looking and just give up. You remember your mother's rants, all those women's names she rattled off as if they were part of an endless grocery list. You won't end up like him. Anything but that. You try to smile and force yourself to be more cheerful. You want a clue? Yet? Victoria looks into your eyes and you feel a warmth on your face that takes you by surprise. You felt the same thing the first time you saw her in college. You keep looking at her for a few seconds that seem like forever. Oh, cheesiness. What? Do I have a booger? Where? You can't help laughing out loud and have a hard time containing the urge to kiss her. Myth. One would be a source of superstition, but we're talking thousands. A source of superstition. A black cat? Victoria looks at you expectantly, desperate to be right. Cold. It happened 100 years ago. Victoria answers almost immediately. After all, you're both majoring in history. The end of the Civil War. No, not in 1865. I mean, exactly 100 years ago. Oh, let me think then. Running out of time. There was a cholera outbreak in 1866, right? Freezing cold. And how twisted do you think I am to set up a date themed around a cholera outbreak from a century ago? Comes from far away. Victoria makes a gesture for you to complete the sentence. You just shrug. It comes from far away? I mean, that could be anything. Guess then. The circus? No, Vic, just give me a minute. You won't guess it unless you reach out to open the glove box and Victoria grabs your wrist. Better leave it to me. Victoria opens the glove box and examines its contents. Folder, a box, a flashlight. What are you looking for exactly? Look in the folder. Victoria opens the folder and examines the documents. Some paper, insurance details. Do you want me to read some of this? You shake your head. Or look in the box. She takes the box out and opens it. Let's see what you've been hiding. You think about saying something, but you instantly regret it and keep your mouth shut. Spare change, a lighter, a pack of cigarettes. Nothing to worry about, I reckon. Keep looking, please. A book. 1966 Shelby Mustang. The car handbook? No, not that. What else? Already got everything out. 1 second. There's this too. Victoria stretches out her hand and you finally grab the map you wanted. It was folded against the bottom of the glove box. You start talking and Victoria interrupts you. Hold that thought while I put everything back. You put the map on the dashboard while Victoria puts away the folder, the box, and the flashlight. Vic, you know I like it tidy in here. Huh, very funny. Vic flicks through the book she found. Red Badge of Courage. Haven't you read this book 1,000 times already? You know she's testing you. Vic knows exactly why you carry it everywhere. The novel that portrays the era you're obsessed with like no other. What the hell is this? Suddenly, you remember you're using the pencil sketch that Victoria drew of you in one of your classes as a bookmark. A sketch she begged you, with tears in her eyes, to destroy, and you swore you already had. Vic, I'm sorry, I swear. Watch out! Swerve to avoid a shape in the road. Victoria looks back. Lee? You almost ran into that thing. You put your hand on Vic's shoulders, trying to reassure her. I totally just read that wrong. Victoria points ahead. Just keep your eyes on the road, please. She's doing it again, telling you how to drive. At least this time, she came right out with it instead of just saying Lee disapprovingly. You try to control yourself, but it's hard. It's not just this last thing, but the buildup of all of the small gestures. You take the map and throw it on her lap. Victoria raises her arms in disbelief. The Leonids, Victoria. We're going to have dinner watching the Leonids. What are you trying to send, Ty? I can help you. Oh, man. YouTube stuff. What YouTube stuff? What were they doing? Like, I can maybe help you out with it. Oh, okay. You rarely watch YouTube streams? Oh. I don't think I have that yet. Like the super chats and stuff. Hold on, let me look. Yeah, I don't have like the super chats and stuff yet. I don't know when you get those or what you have to do to get those, but I know that I don't have that yet. But I wonder. Yeah, I don't have those yet. I don't know if I need to do something to activate it or if it takes time or you have to have streamed for a while on here first. I'm still working on figuring it all out. He's taken her to see a meteor shower. A phenomenon associated with the passage of the Temple-Tuttle comet every 33 years. Victoria keeps staring ahead. In 1866, there was one of the most spectacular meteor showers ever recorded. I saw some lithographs in the library. Victoria doesn't even move. Everything makes a wish on everyone not everything, everyone makes a wish on a shooting star. Imagine how many wishes you can make with thousands of shooting stars through the sky. Oh, but I don't know if it did it. We'll see if it does it. Oh, is it not working? I do have the YouTube email. It's not doing the thing. So I set up Stream Elements was supposed to... Oh, there it is. Maybe it was derpy? Yeah. So I set it up. There's like certain words that if you type them in chat, I don't remember what all the other ones are, but they're ones that you guys like say occasionally. So like if you type them in chat, it'll show up on the screen as an emote. I did get that figured out. And so like if you were to type I need coffee, right? In a minute it should show up. It shows the coffee emotes that I put in there. So like we don't have cappage the same way, but it's still there. It's just not exactly the same. Imagine how many wishes you can make with thousands of shooting stars through the sky. Victoria settles in her seat. You know what, Lee? Shut up. You've never heard that tone from her. Keep quiet until we reach. She pauses as she examines the map you threw on her lap. Holt Station? You feel your heart pounding. Your hands are shaking. That's what she wants? For you to keep quiet? For you not to say a gosh darn word? Your hands grip the wheel tight. All the preparations you made for tonight. Your friend Freddie had worked out the ideal place to see them in all their splendor away from the city lights. And when you noticed Holt Station was inside the area, you didn't hesitate. But now Vic had ruined it. Mothman! What the heck? Something hits the Mustang antenna. Oh no, it's not Mothman. That's a bat. What the hell is that? Stop, please stop. I'm gonna stop the car. Thumb on the brakes. Instinctively, you put a hand in front of Victoria to keep her from hitting the windshield. You get out of the car and find a dead bat in front of the headlights. Yikes. The animal had hit the antenna and somehow got entangled. Can't believe it. What are the odds of something like this happening? Don't bats have some advanced echolocation system like a submarine sonar? That starts as a simple... What starts as a simple grunt in your throat emerges as a helpless scream. God, words are hard. This is what I get for trying to do something different. We should have gone to the movies. Lee? Vic's whispering. Doesn't take long to see why. Over there! The coyote is watching you from where the dark of the forest meets the light of the moon. Vic, we got this. It's not interested in us. You point to the dead bat. They're scavengers. You hear a growl that quickly multiplies. Suddenly, you're surrounded. It's not the first time you face coyotes in the woods, but you aren't taking any chances. When I say run, run to the car as fast as you can. You try to recall all the advice you've heard for situations like these. Make lots of noise, wave your arms around. One of the coyotes in front of you approaches. Another coyote advances. You look into its watery, bloodshot eyes. Now, shit. 3 coyotes advance at once. Yelling or waving your arms around won't be enough this time. The trick seems to work and all coyotes back down. No coyote advances this time. It's your chance to get on the offensive. Run to the car. Hopefully, yell and gesture. Okay. Hang on the hood. Okay, now we run to the car. At least I didn't kill them that time. Oh my goodness. She starts laughing. Although, you know, her reaction is more adrenaline than anything else. You start up the car and the V8 roars into life. You resume the trip. Where is Mothman? That is why I'm playing this game. Think about your plans and you smile. You like to hear her whistle. Now I'm Victoria. He turns off the car and looks you in the eye. He smiles. And that smile seriously pisses you off. What? Try to return the smile, but you feel the burning hatred inside of you. What the hell is wrong with her? But it's not just Lee. The problem goes deeper. Why did you choose to smile? Is it so hard to tell him? Wait here, Vic. I swear you won't believe it. Bite your lip and take a deep breath. You see him greet someone. Lee had written Holt Station on the map he'd thrown on your lap 20 minutes ago. He'd written it by hand, and it might as well have said Hort Station or Halt Station. Hell Station, even. Lee's handwriting has always been intriguing to you. You remember that time you mentioned it to him, and he responded with a disproportionate anger. A nonsensical rant which involved several philosophers of language. All because you told him his handwriting was dreadful. But you now know where those reactions come from. That night you two got drunk by the lake, Lee told you that his father would have wanted to be born ugly. After the initial surprise, you couldn't stifle a belly laugh, and Lee looked down. For a few minutes, he didn't want to tell you anything else. You finally convinced him to continue. I always got what I wanted just by smiling. Ugly people have to develop other muscles. Unfortunately, those other muscles are the ones that last. You couldn't believe those words had come out of the mouth of flesh and blood human being. Maybe some poorly written character from a cheap romantic novel, but Lee's father? Picture Lee that night throwing pebbles from the shore while telling you everything about his father's teachings. All that frustration. Was that the night you got pregnant? You'd both been drinking. Suddenly you find it difficult to breathe. The interior of the car feels like it's getting smaller and smaller. You need some air. Holt, right? Holt seems startled. Hello. This is Victoria, my girlfriend. Be right back, Vic. You see them walk away with the box they took out of the trunk. And from the effort Holt's putting in, it seems heavy. What's inside the box? You're not stupid. You know that Lee has some business on the side beyond his work as an intern at the university. You heard some rumors and you have your suspicions. However, you never did too much digging. You preferred to keep it a mystery, something to make Lee a little more interesting. You light a cigarette. Did she just say she's pregnant? Would Lee be a good father? And the question that you still haven't had the courage to ask. Would you be a good mother? Well, no. I can answer that question for you. You're smoking. Wait, no. This is in 1966. They didn't really know that that was bad for you then. Pretty sure at some point in history, they told women that it helped with morning sickness. Because doctors, they've learned a lot over the years. The click repeats at irregular intervals. Small moths approach the light to get electrocuted. Is that love, Victoria? You laugh and shake your head from the inside, or from side to side. You think of all of the manuscripts you've torn up. You've tried poetry, drawing. History seemed like an obvious choice. You don't need any talent to be a historian. Hello? The man the man talks to himself while holding something in his hand. Have you seen any winged creatures flying over the area yet? For a moment, you think he's asking some kind of tricky question and you remain silent. However, something about him tells you that he's genuinely asking. You look at the man bathed in the shine of the streetlights and the scene fascinates you. Surreal. Some of your old friends would have said the ones that organized poetry nights and read Blotch Your Mom? Excuse me, you are? Oh, yes. Sorry, Hill. Lou Hill. Writer. Victoria Greenberry. History student. Winged creatures, Mr. Hill? Lou, please. Can I call you Victoria? You nod. I'm looking into about a dozen reports, Victoria. Numerous witnesses claim to have seen human-sized winged creatures flying over the area. Angels? Lou smiles, but the smile doesn't last long on his face. Look there at the top of the trees. It won't take long to find one. You aim at the area Lou just told you. Everything's blurry, so you decide to adjust the binoculars. It was just a second, but you think you saw something up there. Was it suggestion? I don't think they're angels, Victoria. But before I tell you my theory, I need your help. Did you draw in this notebook what you just saw? At any other time, you'd have refused with some witty comments, but there's something about Lou Hill that invites you to play along. You wonder if the fact that he presented himself as a writer had something to do with it. He's a little owlhead. Before giving it back, you write some notes further describing what you saw. You hadn't asked for them, but somehow they make you feel less anxious. Never felt confident about your work. You think about the time you showed the sketches to your art teacher. Oops, I hit the button. What? Sorry. I was talking to myself. You can't help but blush. Victoria! For once, you're glad to hear Lee's voice. Oh, good. Although he seems to be talking to you, Lee keeps staring at Lou. Lou Hill. Right. Lou holds out his hand. Lee Miller, historian. Lee walks over and puts his arms around you, his back to Lou. You know he must have been annoyed that Lou introduced himself as a writer. Although it's hard for you to admit it, you like to be hugged. Feel safe. You think you would also feel safe in your grandmother's arms or in the arms of any of the other strong women in your family. But the heat of Lee's body, the hardness of his muscles. You remember all those biologistic arguments you hate so much and you can't help but smile. It's like you're cheating when nobody's looking. Come on, Vic. Uh-oh. There we go. For a second, my clicker stopped working. Close your eyes. Close my eyes. You close your eyes and let Lee guide you. Now open them. So, what do you think? A romantic dinner for two under the same meteor shower that amazed our ancestors. You instinctively put your hand to your belly, and when you realize it, you quickly put it in your pocket. You look at the dog tied to the post. The dog growls into the darkness. The dog don't like the dark. Holt again. You've known Lou Hill for a few months now. First time you talked to him was at the Moose. Lou was looking for information about some unusual lights in the sky. Nobody would talk to him. Before going to the restroom, you went over to his table and suggested he buys people a drink first. When you got back, Lou was already talking to Rick and Stella, their tongues sufficiently loosened. Lou raised his glass in your direction and smiled. Although it wasn't you who gave him the nickname, you still feel a little guilty. That night, most locals referred to him as Lou Refill Hill. What do you recall about the encounter with these men in black? You smile. What does he mean? It had only been a week. Think about how to answer. You know Lou, he loves asking questions. You're going to tell him one thing and one thing only. No follow-up questions. One of the men in black bit a card and told me not to tell anyone about their visit. Lou listens carefully. He seems to hesitate and you seize the opportunity to change the subject. You know otherwise he'd keep asking you about the encounter all night. Red or black? What? The card. Red. Turn over the card. It's red. Good. Solitaire, my grandma taught me. No one could ever win it. Blue suddenly seems interested. And how do you play it? Maybe another time. You aren't good at lying. You're barking from the back of the station. What? Trent. When they brought him in, they told me his name was Chase. It's Trent for me. You know Trent, right? From the Moose? Tall, prominent belly and a scar parallel to the growth of his beard. We laugh heartily. Lou might be a bit of a pain in the ass, but no one can deny that he was good with descriptions. Think about the book he's given you. He signed it and everything. Where did you leave it? I call him Trent because he barks like Trent to open Mike Tuesdays. Come on, let's go to the garage. What? This is his idea of a special date. Looking at shooting stars while holding your hands, telling you his plans for the end of the semester. Can't stop thinking about the raw strength of the hug from a minute ago. Or how he scared the coyotes away by yelling and throwing stones at them. You think about your friend May, all those dark fantasies she told you about. But holding hands like this, smiling and talking and looking into each other's eyes, feels like giving up, doesn't it? Confused. You know you're to blame too. Aren't you playing the perfect girlfriend role? Do you make eyes at him? Don't you say love whenever you call him? So this is it, Victoria? Is it what you want for the rest of your life? Why don't you make up your mind just for once? Think of May again, of those women she'd claimed to know who could solve your situation using... Oh dear, no. You wouldn't be the first or the last. The dog barks like a maniac and you appreciate the distraction. A mixture of guilt, anguish, and apathy takes over you. And now what? Why is he looking at you like that? Why doesn't he say anything? Has he asked you a question? Ask him. Said you're excited about the doors. Or I said if you're excited about the doors. I asked if you're excited about the doors. Yes. Of course you're excited. The Doors, Victoria. Freddie told me they're about to release their first album and it seems they'll be playing in New York. Are we going to see them live again then? Even though you try, you gradually stop listening to him. Hesitancy returns and all those questions. What? For what? Here. The dog won't stop barking. What had been a distraction is now driving you crazy. What the hell is wrong with him? Shooting stars. Why don't you make a wish, Victoria? How about going home, covering your head with a pillow, and sleeping for 18 hours straight? Feel like crying and trying to calm down, and try to calm down. Those eyes. That creature you thought you saw in the treetops with Lou's binoculars. Had it been real? Not just your imagination? Vic. You know what? Tired of it already. Exhausted. I've been trying for more than 10 minutes. Can you tell me what's wrong with you? You stay silent. You need to think. Lee's right. It's not fair to either of you. So much noise, it's impossible for you to concentrate. You know they're all excuses though. Winged monsters don't exist. It's just your brain desperately trying not to focus on what's important. Sudden scream chills your blood. Silence takes over everything. I'm pretty sure Mothy just ate that dog. Pretty sure that's what just happened. Have you met Lee, tall guy with blonde girl? He made 0 graphic copies of some docs I've used to assemble his beauty. Where do you get the docs from? You bite your lower lip. Do all writers ask so many questions? Lee works at the university in the history department. Lou adjusts his glasses. You don't know why, but that gesture irritates you. The Winans doesn't work like that, or like a normal machine gun. Normal machine guns use gunpowder to fire projectiles. You know what the Winans uses? Centrifugal force. Or it's centrifugal force. I've never actually read that word. It's centrifugal force. Interesting. Lee repeats the gesture with the glasses. Today Lee brought some ketchum grenades. You know about ketchum grenades? Lou shakes his head and readjusts his glasses for the 3rd time. You take a deep breath. Ketchums are similar to footballs in shape, and they have to land on their nose to explode. They were highly inefficient in Port Hudson, for example. The Confederates used sheets to catch them without exploding, and then threw them back at Union soldiers. Lou is about to say something when you hear a scream that makes your blood run cold. You grab the shotgun without thinking twice. It's coming from the back. Come on. You don't have a good feeling about it. Something's not right. No! Oh, yeah, Mothy took the puppy. Although it feels like a dream, somehow you know. Creature is real. Your dog's suffering is real. And there'll be no waking up from this. Mothy. Hear the muffled moans of your dog, and the fury blinds you. You drop the shotgun and grab onto the chain. Son of a bitch is gonna strangle Trent. Going. Oh. Never mind. Don't move. Listen to Vic, Colt. There's the nurse. The bones seem to be broken. My dog. Victoria and Lee help you to your feet. Lou doesn't take his eyes off the winged creature for a single second. He let go. He just let go. What? 1 second. I know where your dog is, Holt. Wait a minute. Bought something in the car. Let's go. Gift from Freddy. Cool, right? Try to get up, but you feel dizzy and stumble. Victoria gives Lee a disapproving look and helps you keep your balance. Follow me. Thanks. You would have liked to smile at her. After all, Victoria just wants to help. I can do it by myself. You get your rifle and walk with the rest into the blackness of the forest. We should go in that direction. No, I think we should go that way. Lee, now what? Place where Trent fell. A Calculate it by projecting the point where the creature dropped it on this map. Calculated? You calculated, you say? Weren't you a writer? Blue, don't mind him. Do what you want. Constantly checking the map, Blue leads the group on. Could be close. There. Heart is pounding. Please compress his chest. Use both hands, just like that. How curious. Did you know that the cardiopulmonary resuscitation procedure was discovered by Dr. Knickerbocker while he was trying to save a dog? As he speaks, Lou carefully examines the tops of the trees. It was at Johns Hopkins University. Victoria rests her hand on yours and moves her head from side to side. You stop pressing and a few tears roll down your cheek. The interesting thing is what happened to the dog afterwards. Shut up. I also need coffee. It should show up in a second. I don't know. Hold on. I'll let me check stream elements. Maybe I didn't do something. What are we allowing? Yeah, it's a delay. I'm so confused. Hold on. Oh, wait, hold on. I know what I gotta do. Yeah. It's because of... It's because it's YouTube. My brain is... I need to look at the next time I stream on here, I need to look at the latency settings, because there is a latency setting that makes it less delayed, and I thought that I picked it, but I didn't pick the right one. Oh, peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Well, it's either peanut butter and jelly or leftover lasagna. Why didn't you shoot? Why didn't you try to blow the creature's brains out? Oh, deep down you know that's just the guilt talking. And that maybe there was nothing you could have done differently to save him. Lee? Have you seen Lee? You stand up and look around. Lee's gone. I do want to see something though. Is it in YouTube Studio? Did I just break it? No. Okay, I didn't break it. Okay, so if I did want to change games partway through the stream, I can. It just takes a minute. See, they give me so much more options on the friggin' browser. Oh, cryptid timer is over. It's cryptid time. We'll turn on some music for cryptid time. What the fluff just happened? I didn't do it. Okay. So we got number 2. So we're gonna go by type. Or no, by location. We're going by location. And 1 is North America. It's such a weird this song. Let's go next. And 8 is RST. RST. And we're gonna do Tennessee Red Cheetah. We'll zoom in a little bit. All right. Tennessee Red Cheetah. Most people have heard of felines known as cheetahs, yet Hi, Ellie! Most people have heard of felines known as cheetahs, yet an interesting cryptid has been missed time and time again: the red cheetah. Often reported in the plains of the West, where it can run free, most reports of this creature are sadly disregarded as hallucinations or a mountain lion, although it is not common for a mountain lion to roam up northward into the Great Plains. A mountain lion and the Tennessee red cheetah are easily distinguishable. It has been reported as a semi-gold and carmine, and of course black spots. The creature is more heavily built for more power and less speed than its slimmer counterparts. Most people report that the creature is around 5 feet in length and about 4 feet wide at its broadest point, front shoulders. The most distinguishable feature of the creature is that its head is more bulky, similar to an American bulldog, with loose skin, so it is indeed made to fight, therefore giving it an advantage over its competitors such as the gray wolf and coyotes that roam the area. Folklore has so far claimed that a man was overseeing his farm, possibly looking for groundhogs, and all of a sudden 2 cubs and 1 mother came out of the thicket. They bolted across the field as if sensing danger nearby, possibly a male or another large animal. New possible cryptid, the man shot at the mother and she dropped quickly. The man let the cubs go, not knowing that the cubs would die from starvation as they can't hunt. He skinned the animal and fed the bones and meat to his hogs and showed the fleece to his neighbors. He then put it on display, only to find a few days later that it had disappeared. The world went on a short spree of finding the fleece, which lasted 2 days, short of a month. Even though it is indeed impossible that the bones could have been in the hog's belly undigested, more than likely it has been passed through the system and turned into fertilizer. No one has since seen the fleece. Every year, few reports come in, and all appear to be as if the creature is getting slightly bulkier. A few scientists believe that it is an extinct species, a subdivision of the saber-toothed tiger, but all evidence is unclear. Okay, so this is the Tennessee red cheetah. I don't want another picture of it. Oh, that is a picture. He's a hefty boy. For sure. All right, that's the Tennessee red cheetah. Go to the game screen. That every time I switch to this. Oh wait. Hold on, I'm testing something on purposes. That was a different emote. I'm so confused. Okay. Anyway, let me close these down. I don't know how YouTube works. I'm still figuring it out. So back to the game in just a sec. Is there like a way people can react that I am not finding? Okay, I can't figure it out. So back to the game we go. You walk faster to keep your thoughts at bay. What the hell is wrong with her? Why does she even listen to him? Writer. What a loser. You walk through the woods confident that you will be the one to find Holt's dog. What then, Vic? What weird little face will you make? Oh, he found the men in black and they creep. Hello? I feel like someone is watching you. You're walking through a dense forest area where the darkness is almost total. You walk even faster than before. Finally, you reach a clearing and look at the sky. The meteor shower is gaining intensity. Your heart is in anguish and you find it hard to breathe. Are you watching the Leonoids, Victoria? Are you? You hold your head in your hands. Don't cry. You stretch your arms and take a deep breath. It can't break you. What the? Seem to hear something, a kind of rumor. Think of the noise hands make when they shake the dust off an old volume. A river? You try to think about the map you've got in the car. You can't remember seeing a river here. Further west, sure, but here? As you get closer, you hear it more clearly. You feel kind of calm. Not peace, but numbness. Dun dun dun. Suddenly, the whitest light you've ever seen floods the ground. Even when there's no river nearby, the sound is deafening. You feel the light pulse with painful intensity, as if millions and millions of red ants were sinking their little jaws into your skin. Pain turns into light. You want to scream, but you have no mouth, no larynx or lungs, and the white that precedes everything consumes you. You don't know how long it takes. Feel the urgency of what is yet to be, and white makes you disappear. Feel the white light leaving your body, and you hear your own voice screaming at the top of your lungs. You drop to the floor and cover your head with both hands. You're filled with a sense of completeness that you cannot explain. We all need a little darkness. Lee! Where is that idiot? Calm down, Victoria. Lee knows how to take care of himself. Holt's right. Lee is going to show up eventually. Did you know that he chased away a pack of coyotes with screams, some stones, and a blow on the hood of his car? Lou smiles. You wonder if it's authentic or a calculated gesture to show some empathy. Holt? What? What's your business with Lee? Holt looks at you for a few seconds before answering. You think of one of the computers at the campus, the IBM 7040. You know what it's called because you once wrote a poem with that title. Holt is like that computer. From the outside, it's impossible to tell what it's evaluating before giving you an answer. You can ask him directly when we find him. You wonder if you could have done something differently. A new input? What's the term they usually use in the computer department? A word you struggled to rhyme when you wrote that poem. You hear twigs snapping. Who's there? Grandma? Sight of Holt's grandmother holding an old rifle mesmerizes you. The whole thing looks like an image from some Wythe painting. An image that not only defies gender stereotypes, but also demolishes social constructs like that of grandma in classic stories. Homie looks like Baba Yaga. The expression on Holt's grandmother's face changes. Her features soften. My legs. Grandma. Holt picks up his grandmama and helps her sit against a tree trunk. He looks at his dog's corpse and beckons you to come closer. Oh, jeez. I need you to bury Trent before carrying on. You nod your head. How do you feel, ma'am? Confused. We're here. Or here, Victoria. You didn't hear him approach. You grab the handkerchief without thinking twice. A strange feeling runs through your body. You shouldn't have at least considered some other options, or shouldn't you? God, guys, words are getting harder. Clean up her legs. Grab the handkerchief against the calves and gradually remove the mud stains. Rub harder. I was probably your age when I stopped feeling my legs. Holt's grandmother sighs and closes her eyes. Have you ever seen so many moles together? Lou speaks almost in whispers. You wonder why. Let's go. Lou picks up the old rifle and examines it. What are you people doing in there? Holt looks at you with an expression you can't quite make out. Are you okay? No, you're not okay. What are you gonna tell him? You're pregnant, that your boyfriend's missing, that winged creatures out of an old pulp magazine are approaching apparently more than just fiction. You walk for a while in silence. What was... Trying to think of something else. Try to think of something else, Victoria. Leave it in. A few minutes ago, you all started hearing the screams, noticing sudden movements in the treetops. We're almost there. Oh, it's a family. Find it hard to believe that what you're seeing. Why are all these creatures flying over the gas station? Interesting. Holt punches Lou in the shoulder. What? Interesting? Did you find it interesting what they did to Trent? We're not in one of your cheap books, Lou. Sudden silence befalls the group. So just a plan. Listen. You just cover me. Close your fist tightly, trying to exercise the impotence you feel. Was it that hard for him to hear what you had to say? You shake your head from side to side. What even the plan? Running with his grandma in his arms? Why does he have to be the hero? Oh. The shriek chills your blood. Well, damn. Lou looks at you as if waiting for something. How many bullets is in your rifle? 3? Hope it's enough. Lou and Elsie are halfway to the gas station. 2 winged creatures on the street lamps. Light, Victoria. These creatures seek the light. Detail 1. Ah, shit. Too far away. You've told 2 bullets left. You have 1 bullet left. Okay, so running inside. Okay, it flies to the furthest pole. Why did he run out? Freaking dum-dum. Okay, so I have to shoot out the center lamp. And then I have to shoot out furthest. Okay, and then I want to shoot out the lamp right next to me. Okay, that worked. Someone going to make a wish? You laugh under your breath. You look at Holt and he looks away. You wonder if he's pissed because you saved him. Still can't believe everything that happened tonight. You know that as soon as you stop to think, you touch your belly and fight back tears. Lou looks at his watch. The Leonids are reaching their point of highest intensity. Thank you. It is from Black Rifle, which is where I get coffee, which is also where this cup is from. And it says coffee saves. Well, it's coffee and a red cross thing, but it's called coffee saves. Holt saw a Mothman in his dream. Lou is about to add something, but suddenly falls silent. You approach the window and rest your head on the glass. You can't stop looking at their dance. It's Boogie and Mothman. Before meeting Lou, you had some experiences in college. Experiences by which you sought to open the doors of your perception. Thanks, Ellie. Lee doesn't know, and you don't know how he would react if he found out. But the strange dance of these creatures in the sky beats anything you experience while tripping. I'm gonna turn this music down. Oh, loud. Oh god, it keeps going. They called him the Jivaro of the Hills. What he did lacked a ritual component. It had nothing to do with the taxidermy business, even less with mummification. His shrunken animal heads were art sold as collector's pieces. One afternoon, Liam, his only nephew, stole a bear head. The head had been emptied of viscera and was floating in a solution his uncle used in the early stages of the miniaturization process. Liam lifted the head out of the bucket, wiped it dry, and put it on like a helmet. stripped naked, left the house, and ran into the village. Liam entered the church in the middle of mass, screaming at the top of his lungs, waving his arms up and down as if he were clawing. One of the congregation members pulled out a gun and shot him. Do you remember the sheer terror you felt when you saw the bear man running towards the altar? This is worse! What did they just turn into? My Mothmen turned into all sorts of creatures. Worse? Worse than what? Well, tell them about Liam. Somehow you feel safe telling stories from the past. As for what's on the other side of the window, this fear can't be any more present. Got some clippings from the case. Liam's story was an unfortunate event. It explains what happened to him, but it also provided an all too easy explanation for other sightings in the area. The dog man? The owl woman? Many people told me stories about similar creatures in the moose. Lou adjusted his glasses. Lou Refill Hill. You think I don't know what they called me in town? It may be true that some people make up stuff to get a beer, but imaginations have limits. And in the long run, we tend to rely on real experiences when telling a story. Mothman. They're somehow related to the Leonids and the gathering of all of these creatures. Maybe he's right, and all the creatures outside started to appear after the aerial dance of these Mothmen? Why Mothmen? Mothmen? Why the name? Moths are attracted to light. You look at the sky, illuminated by dozens and dozens of shooting stars, and you nod. You like the name. Not because of Lou's explanation, but because you know it's easy to squash a moth. Isn't the first time that Mothmen have appeared during the Leonids. Among some other references, they're mentioned in the oral histories of the Ojibwe? I feel like I just butchered that name. Collected in the diary of a Jesuit missionary in 1683 who even dares to draw them. Many believe that the creatures described in this diary are thunderbirds, but the Jesuit's drawings look more like Mothmen. And the most interesting part is that he draws lines around them. Some researchers think that these lines are kinetic, a way of representing the speed of the creatures. Lou slides a finger across the glass, following the trajectory of a shooting star in the sky. But I think these drawings depict Mothmen with the Leonids in the background. We're talking 1633, 1666, maybe. Don't me. Grandma? Better? What are those shrieks, love? It's painful for you to see how confused she is. 1 second. Turn on the radio. Static. No matter which way you turn the dial, all you hear is static. Please, thank you. You never sung at the Moose. Not even on those nights when everyone egged you on and the booze in your system had drowned your inhibitions. Almost without realizing it, you start singing the lullaby Elsie used to sing to make you sleep. Although more than 40 years have passed, the words come to your mind one after another. You close your eyes and caress her hair, singing all the time. As soon as you feel the rhythmic breathing of your grandmother, I hit the button too fast. Oh no! What was that? Lee? Victoria tries to hug Lee while he babbles something you don't understand. At no time does he look up. Where the hell have you been? Victoria. I thought... But he's here. Give him some space. Thank you. Lee takes a few seconds to start speaking. I think I got lost in the forest. Babe, take it easy. Victoria grabs his arm and Lee tries to smile, although I heard the sound of a river, and I felt someone looking at me. After walking for a while, the noise was deafening, but there was no river. Lee starts to cry. Victoria tries to calm him down. As soon as he regains his composure, Lee keeps talking. And then came the white. I don't know how to explain it. It was as if I could see everything and nothing at the same time. And a goat looked up to the sky to watch the shooting stars. Stood on its two legs like this, you know? Just like us. What the hell is going on? I think the time has come. Let me tell you a few things. Lou clears his throat and begins to speak. Although you can't stand his tics or his false dramatics, you want to know what's going on. The Leonids occur every 33 years. Some are intense, like those of 1833 or the ones of 1866. Others are weak, 1899, for example. And those are the ones we have records of. You notice that Victoria grabs Lee's hand. Lou walks over to the window and points to the sky. This year, they're intense again. 1866, 1966, why 100 years difference and not 99? That 1 year discrepancy bothers me too. And I think it has to do with the problem of our calendar and the periodic adjustments that we are forced to make. Tell me, have you ever seen a medieval manuscript? No one answers. Just as you're about to open your mouth, Lou continues. They're usually adorned with warrior rabbits standing on two legs. Do you think these rabbits came from the imaginations of medieval scribes alone? Those rabbits existed, and they were annihilated by men. Each meteor shower spawns new bipeds. And it was in one of these storms that mankind arose. What makes us different from all of them is that we survived. By destroying any other biped that came along, or by reducing them to the realm of gossip or fiction. Outside, the creatures begin to fight. Why? What motivates them? And what about Lou? Should you believe everything he says? After all, Lou is a writer. Your grandma's coughing sounds like a noise of a tractor's engine refusing to start. God. Grandma? You have to kill them all! The voice with which she speaks seemed to come from much further back than her throat. We had a secret weapon! And we would use it to finish off the upright beasts. But they decided to test it in the war. Elsie? What are you talking about? I wanted to take the winnings from the battlefield. And they... Your grandma caresses her legs. I just want to finish the mission. Victoria and Lee look at each other. Lou walks up to you and tells you almost in a whisper. I bet the mole on your grandma's legs correspond exactly to her grandpa's wounds. Do you ever tell Lou about your grandma's legs? You're confused, and Lou seems to notice. Not just free beers at the Moose Hold. People tell me things. Lou speaks softly, but his words resonate loudly in your head. Moles on your grandmother's legs? Her grandfather's legs riddled by bullets in the Civil War? Could it be that Elsie's grandfather was talking to you through your grandmother's body? The Winans? The Winans! A project that has obsessed you for a long time, and now you think you know why. You decide not to think too much about Elsie, her grandfather, the moles, the men in black. You're terrified that behind all of your decisions, something more than your own free will was at work. Come on. The Winans! Estes gun. Quick! Let's get her out! No! It's still not working! What do you mean it's not working? It has some kind of safety mechanism, and I still haven't been able to assemble it successfully. Here, see? The L's! You look at Lou with curiosity. On the blueprints here, those L's are the rubric of a secret society founded in the middle of the last century. Goodness gracious. Not so secret if you know about it, is it? Lou doesn't answer you. Why the L? Some say it's because of the way the knight moves on a chessboard. Others say it's because of Lewis Carroll. Goth author of Alice in Wonderland. Exactly. Thanks for the lesson, Professor. Victoria frowns. You wonder if you went too far with the sarcasm. There's a horde of monsters outside, and if we don't hurry, we're going to end up entering the station. Or they're going to end up. Blue raises his hand and moves aside. You take a deep breath. Shouldn't be that hard to find the right configuration. You see him in? I don't know what the first row is. Back. Second row. First. Back. Row. Second piece. Back. Second row. Third piece. Okay. Back. Third row. First piece. Fine. Third row. Second piece. And then third row, third piece. I made the L's. Although outside the creature's shouts are getting louder, you can't help feel a certain happiness. Winans is finally complete. Now everybody out. Elsie stands next to the Winans, holding their rifle. Goodness gracious. Lee, Lou, and Victoria stand back a little. Crack your knuckles and take a deep breath. At the helm of the Winans steam-powered machine gun, you feel something strange. You find it hard to put into words. As if somehow the present has given way to the past. Rabbit men! They're weak creatures. Cannon fodder in the war against the upright beasts. This is interesting. Beware of the dogmen! There, behind the rabbit men. Dogs are more resistant than the rabbit men. And if you hurt them without killing them, they get mad. Here to cover, but don't get too confident. I can kill one upright beast. Then I need to reload. Where are you going? We're gonna aim to the right. This is interesting. What? Is there no way to do this one? Oh, wait. Because then I think she can shoot this one. Yeah. That makes sense. The two men and the woman. Gone. Deserters. Moose men. Manage to wound them without killing them. They go crazy and run like a stampede. You can take advantage of them to generate a chain effect. Like, I feel like you have to do this row, but then this little side game be done? Okay, I pissed off the moose man. He's like to attack all these things. So weird. Mothman! Oh, they call them owlmen. I think that I'm gonna get killed by the owlmen more than anything else. The center one is first. They tried the left and the right. This and the moose man takes out the owl man, and then Elsie takes out that one. I'm so confused. Okay, center is first. And then I guess right. Because Elsie's gonna shoot that one. That one was confusing. Oh my god, this just keeps going. I don't know how to stop it. I don't want to keep running away. I should be out there and win my Red Badge of Courage. The Red Badge of Courage is the title of that Civil War novel you read and reread over and over and over and over again. It tells the story of a Union soldier who flees the battlefield. From that first act of cowardice, the only thing the protagonist longs for is to receive a war wound. The definitive proof that he had become a man. Archaic. Stab you. Oh, I'm pregnant. Your head spins. Find it difficult to organize your thoughts. Oh, hey there, Purpose. You're going to be a father. You think your own father and all your suffering. You don't know if... I'm a coward, Vic. You know that Stephen Crane wrote Red Badge of Courage without ever having set foot on a real battlefield? First time you saw Lou, you wanted to twist his arm and bring him to his knees. Now you smile and put an arm on his shoulder. Thanks, Lou. Come out and fight. Crazy old grandma lady. On my cup. Out, I said. Lee, don't. It's longer than I expected it to be. I did because I was testing it out. Uh-oh. I was testing out my emote wall. You were watching for a bit earlier? She's alive? They shot me! You missed everything? You were watching? I'm so confused. How did that work? Old man has lost his mind. Chapter 10. How many chapters are in this game? Colt fires the Winnin's machine gun and you run as fast as you can. If you want to survive, you have to get away from there. The only word you can think of to describe what you see is pandemonium. Not only in the traditional sense of place of noise and confusion, but in the original sense of the word, the place where all demons congregate. Oh, okay. He tries to make himself heard over the gunfire and the shrieks of the creatures. To your left, Vic. Oh my God. Okay, right and get down are not the answers. Feel jaws closing not far from your neck. Try to run faster. Get down. You duck down and feel the claws of a creature graze the back of your neck. It's a whole slew of them. It's a ton of... Yeah, hold on. Let me turn this down. It's a lot of Mothmen. A lot of Mothmen and a lot of other creatures. There are rabbit men and goat men and owl men and moose men. And there was something else. Frogmen, I think. Keep running. The pig man tries to grab your arm, but you manage to get away. You're almost there. Get in the car and slam the door. You hear the knocking and you jump in your seat. Let's go, let's go. Lee speeds up. The pandemonium is soon behind you. You think about Lee's previous car. What a clunker. And even if you don't know exactly how Lee could get a car like this, you're grateful he did. The Leonids, upright beasts, intrafamilial possession, experimental weapons, the order of the L's, men in black and Mothmen. A pigman doesn't sound like an authentic cryptid. What? Let's hold on. We'll look it up in a minute. There they are, the topics of my next book. I'm gonna look it up. Let's see. Pigmen. The Loveland frogmen are a thing. But there is a pigman. Pigman of Northfield. And then frogmen? Or is it frogman? Yeah, it's the Loveland frogmen. There are frogmen. Owlmen. That one I didn't know about. Oh, Owlman is also... I don't know. But Owlman is similar to Mothman. 1966 wiki. Okay, that didn't help. The story is spread across 10 chapters, so this is the last chapter. You touch your belly. With all that you suffered tonight, Lou's comment seems a bit inappropriate. You travel in silence for a few minutes. Are you all right, Lee? You look a little pale. Lee takes a few seconds to answer. I don't know. Lee scratches his head. I can see things before they happen, Vic. Lou leans forward. It's not that I see the future. I don't know how to explain it. It's like I can see several presents just before they happen. Come on, babe. Victoria. What you're saying, Lee. Have you felt it since the episode you told us in the white light? Lee's hands are tightly clasped on the steering wheel. It's not like I can control it. The first time I felt it was the struggle with Elsie. And the second, when we were running to the car. Lee looks you in the eyes and suddenly you can feel all of his pain. In some of the presents, the creatures, Vic. Lee's voice breaks. The creatures. And he begins to cry. You feel him gradually calming down on the contact. He rests his head on your hand and you stroke his cheek. After a few minutes, you remove your hand and settle back in your seat. You look for Lou in the rearview mirror and see him jotting something in his notebook. Lou seems to always be writing in one way or another. You envy his tenacity. And you wonder if maybe that's what it takes to be a writer. What is that? Lee steps on the brakes and opens the door on his side. Wait here. What happened? Can you see anything from here? You shake your head. Here he comes. A goat baby? It's hurt, Vic. Oh my god. Although neither of you say anything, you think you know what you have to do. Lee kisses you on the mouth and starts the car. In the back seat, Lou clears his throat. I don't want to be anticlimactic, but the demonization of the god Pan, Satan, as a male goat. You know that there are records throughout history of bloody wars against goatmen, don't you? The end. Oh man. And we'll see if there's anything. That was that game. The end. It was interesting for sure. It was kind of cool how they tied all of the cryptids into it though. Like there were a lot of cryptids tied in there. It's not just Mothman. 8 years later, we get more. I'm glad I didn't stop it. Did they raise their little goat baby? Oh, it's the Men in Black. They did. They raised a little goat baby. That's great. I love it. Okay, that was that game. I quit out of that. On some music. I don't know how to end this stream, so I'm gonna pull up YouTube just in case I need it on both. things. Only to be. Okay. So I haven't been streaming for that long. I guess it's been 2 hours. Yeah. It's different for sure. I definitely was playing a not popular game just because I wanted to see how everything worked. There is a latency setting that I want to. I think I want to turn on ultra low latency. I think is what I want to turn on, so that there isn't such a delay. But I'll have to look into it. I know for sure there's a latency setting I want to mess with. Like Ty said, Ty didn't like that you can't send things like subs and bits, and I told him that there are super chats, but it appears that I don't have those, and I don't know how I get those, or if I need to like stream for so often before I get them or anything. So I'll have to figure that out. Let's see what else. I don't know if I need to make a list of the things that the words that trigger an emote on the emote wall, or if you guys just figure them out and it'll be fun. I also need to, and these are all things that I need to do, like just I haven't gotten to it yet. I need to set up my timers for like, hey, I also stream in this place, or here are my social medias. I don't know actually, like I'll have to look into YouTube's rules about advertising your other socials. I don't think they have rules about it, but they might, so I'll have to look into that. What is the same on Twitch? The rules about I feel like the video quality looks to be better. Okay, that you have to be affiliated. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure. But yeah. So it was fun. If you are new here, well, Ty, it's not bits, it's super, they're called super chats. Yeah, YouTube has it, they have it, it's just called super chats, and I have to be a YouTube partner. All right, so if you are new here, those are all of my social things. If they showed up, did they show up? Yeah, they showed up. Okay. Cat is not appearing. chat is not appearing. Well, I just did. Yes, you can. Oh, wow. Those are... Ooh, let me fix that. Can I delete that? Oh, I can delete my own messages. If you can't link Twitch, like so many people do it in their descriptions. Like I went through and I looked at like lots of people's descriptions and even like big YouTube partners. Maybe that fixed it. Yeah, they're not such a mess now. But I'll have to look into it some more. But anyway, so that is this stream. Follow me on all of those social medias if you want updates on things. And I'm gonna end stream. And then I think I can edit the stream and post it. So yeah, I don't know. I'll have to look into it. But follow me on all the social medias to figure out when I'm streaming again. And I'll see you guys again soon.